Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Wednesday, September 29th, at 8:25 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 663 headlines from 106 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Colbert rips McConnell over death threat with absolutely brutal new comparison. U.S. says ivory-billed woodpecker, 22 other species extinct. PSG fans hail Messi's first goal for club. Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner tried to attend meeting with Queen Elizabeth II but were stymied when there was no room in the president's helicopter for them. Book. Republicans want voters to blame the national debt on Joe Biden and the Democrats. The truth is they own it too. Bodies of Indiana boy, 14, and dog found days after they vanished. Anti-vax hospital workers dishonor this nurse's dying wish. Kim Kardashian flaunts figure in cheeky black bikini during beach outing. Texas nurse faces capital murder trial for 4 patient deaths. Isaiah Washington said Ellen Pompeo felt uncomfortable with the idea of him playing her love interest, according to new book. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Fumio Kishida expected to become Japan's next prime minister after winning leadership election, CNN. Apple says the iPad mini's jelly scrolling problem is normal, Engadget. Withings latest hybrid smartwatch poses as a luxury dive watch, The Verge. Hannity torches Biden after bombshell Senate hearing, everyone who testified said he's lying, Fox News. U.S. says ivory-billed woodpecker and more than 20 other species have gone extinct, NPR. Illinois man who woke up with bat on neck dies in state's first human rabies case since 1950s, NBC News. China, big spender or loan shark, BBC News. Greta Thunberg roasts world leaders for being blah, blah, blah on climate action, CNN. Watch, Lionel Messi scores maiden PSG goal in Champions League group stage game against Manchester City, ndtvsports.com. Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3 5G explodes, it is not another Galaxy Note 7, Phone Arena. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. McDowell reads damning Giuliani testimony showing roots of election conspiracy. Oh my god, Dave Grohl makes surprise discovery about an iconic Nirvana song. Jimmy Kimmel just made one of Trump's biggest fears come true. Chris Hayes torches Fox News COVID grifters for latest vaccine hypocrisy. Cherokee Nation reaches $75 million settlement over opioid lawsuit. MAGA fan behind Arizona audit crushes yet another pro-Trump conspiracy theory. Disengaged Melania Trump was asleep on election night, new book says. Here's why Democrats' $3.5 trillion legislation isn't quite as big as it sounds. Brian Laundrie and his parents went on a camping trip before he disappeared. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Dumpty Humpty statue stole from art fair. Father wants to use park to bring people together. Superheroes for Hope battle childhood diseases. Spay, neuter clinic could set up in fire office. Dog scares off attempted carjacker. Man gets 10 years for robbing gas station with sword. Man accused of robbing uncle, turning off oxygen. Heartless, teddy bears, more, stolen from memorial honoring teen. K9 picks up scent of missing woman. Pepper spray deploys on bus, hospitalizes student. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. Establishment prevails in pick for Japan's Prime Minister. Pfizer gives FDA its data on vaccine for children ages 5-11. Hollywood's recovery, live events in the COVID era and Microsoft. Stephanie Grisham's book details Trump's terrifying temper. Protected too late, U.S. officials report more than 20 extinctions. WHO workers abused women on mission in Congo, inquiry finds. S&P 500 drops 2% in worst day since May. How the Huawei case raised fears of hostage diplomacy by China. Obama breaks ground on presidential center in Chicago after lengthy discord. General Milley says he warned Biden against Afghanistan withdrawal. The following headlines are from the 6th most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. San Diego Unified School District votes to mandate vaccines for students. Illinois man dies of rabies in state's first human case since the 1950s. Capital murder trial begins for Texas nurse accused of killing 4 patients. Laundrie's family camped out after Gabby Petito disappearance, documents say. Milley advised Biden against Afghan pullout, denies usurping Trump's authority. McAuliffe criticized online after saying he doesn't believe parents should tell schools what to teach. Zac Brown band pauses comeback tour, cancels shows after lead singer tests positive for COVID-19. Hospital vaccine mandates threaten public safety, Laura Ingraham argues. Greg Gutfeld, what happened to the adults we were promised in the Biden administration? R. Kelly can be redeemed, Rep. Danny Davis says. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Wednesday, September 29th. The next headlines are from the 7th most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. Apple iPhone 13 case roundup, where 2-buy cases for the iPhone 13, iPhone 13 Pro, iPhone 13 Pro Max and iPhone 13 Mini. The most perfect dog Halloween costumes. I like playing someone I'm a little bit afraid of, actor Elizabeth Mitchell on Outer Banks and Lost. Stimulus check latest, is a 4th relief payment coming? Capital Gazette gunman Jared Ramos sentenced to 5 life terms without parole. Farmers Insurance Open moves up a day on PGA Tour calendar. Baseball report, Yankees control their wild card playoff destiny. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Rachel Johnson slaps down Gina Miller after she sarcastically asked, anyone seen Boris? No Time to Die, Daniel Craig looks dapper as he joins Lashana Lynch and Kate Middleton at premiere. Toddler tries to cross glass floor of sky bridge above the Smoky Mountains. Phoebe Waller-Bridge sparkles in a black jumpsuit as she leaves the No Time to Die after party. Army starts training to drive fuel tankers today, but crisis could last a month. Everton star Jean-Philippe Gbamin is fined $25,000 and banned from the roads after drink driving smash. Eco mob are back on the M25 again. Daniel Craig and Rami Malek lead the star-studded departures from No Time to Die after party. Brawless Ana de Armas suffers wardrobe malfunction as she leaves No Time to Die after party in London. Daniel Craig makes a rare public appearance with his stylish daughter Ella Loudon. The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News Feed. China's demolition of Evergrande halts housing boom to curb risky business. Before China Evergrande neared collapse, its soccer team chased global glory. Indian state shuts down internet for millions to prevent cheating on teacher's exam. Fumio Kishida set to become Japan's new prime minister after winning party vote. Macron says Europeans need to stop being naive and assert independence from the United States. Lava burns through an island in the Atlantic as volcanic eruptions continue. American siblings trapped in China under 3-year exit ban finally return home. How I got caught in Britain's petrol panic, hunting for fuel on a near-empty tank. British troops on standby as truck driver crisis deepens, and people panic buy fuel. North Korea says it has tested a new hypersonic missile. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's US news feed. COVID live news, vitamin A trial to treat loss of smell, New Zealand cases jump. Everything we did turned out badly, Real Madrid reeling after sheriff shock. UK Army's 150 tanker drivers could be deployed to help fuel crisis by end of week, live. Andy Murray cruises into second round of San Diego Open in straight sets. Gail Omvat, U.S. sociologist who lived by her principles among India's poor. Geronimo Relli, I never thought about United, did ye? I hate it with all my soul. COVID lawsuits and inquiries are looming, but blame won't prevent future pandemics. Laura Spinney. Fumio Kishida set to be new Japanese PM after winning party election. Crossroads by Jonathan Franzen review, a fine start to a family trilogy. North Korea says it fired new hypersonic missile into sea. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. North Korea says hypersonic missile made first test flight. Key part of Arizona genetic abnormality abortion law blocked. Federal judge overturns South Carolina school mask ban. Des Moines police union boss harassed female cops, city says. NBA releases protocols to teams for virus safety this season. U.S. deports Russian men in prison for cybercrimes. Key takeaways from U.S. military leaders on Afghanistan withdrawal. Watch, police officer pulls driver from burning car. Progressive Democrats vow to defy Pelosi, vote no on infrastructure bill. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Fumio Kishida wins race to become Japan's next prime minister. North Korea says it fired new hypersonic missile. United Airlines to fire staff who refuse vaccine. Manny Pacquiao retires from boxing to focus on political career. La Palma volcano, toxic gas fears as lava reaches ocean. UK risks French anger over fishing permits. China, big spender or loan shark. Australian rainforest return to Aboriginal owners. Obama UHS break ground on controversial Chicago Presidential Center. Somali pop star helps Minneapolis children discover their heritage. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. Emerging designer uses latest technology to create designs for celeb clients. Vaccination rates among pregnant people low despite risk of hospitalization, death, live COVID-19 updates. A coupon caper in Queen Bins. The AP interview, U.S. CP chief on Capitol security. Person of interest in Florida college student Maya Marcano's disappearance found dead, authorities say. Man hospitalized with COVID-19 begs others to get vaccinated, weigh the here and now. Pregnant people face severe risk of severe disease from COVID-19, that's not motivating them to get vaccinated. Today in history for September 29th. 911 calls show aftermath of MTM track derailment. The Academy's Film Museum set to finally open. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. From sizzling to ho-hum, how Delta cooled California's economic outlook. LA County leaders request inquests into 3 fatal shootings by sheriff's deputies. A new, first-class high-rise will house homeless people on LA's Skid Row. LA Council reshuffles leadership team, giving Mitch O'Farrell its number 2 post. Strong winds fanning windy, KNP complex fires as they burn through southern Sierra Nevada. Fawn fire arson suspect said she was boiling creek water to remove their urine. As anti-Asian hate crimes surge, a new tool lets you report them anonymously. Column, for cops and firefighters who say no to vaccine, outbreaks don't help their cause. How to watch Jaime Lo discuss breathing fire at the LA Times Book Club. Sam Riddle, DJ and Star Search producer who shaped the LA music scene, dies. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Wednesday, September 29th, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Over 42% of South Koreans in their 30s unmarried. World first artificial synthesis of starch from CO2 outperforms nature. Macron says Europe must assert independence from US. Thousands of women took to the streets across Latin America Tuesday to demand abortion rights, a practice largely prohibited in a region where hundreds of women are serving prison time under draconian laws. Canada grants asylum to 4 people who hid Edward Snowden in Hong Kong. Japan to end COVID-19 state of emergency on Thursday. Whale advocates, at least 575 whales killed during 2021 Norwegian whaling season. Turkish man presumed missing attends search efforts for himself. The World Health Organization has described itself as heartbroken after an independent inquiry commission said scores of women and girls were sexually abused by aid workers during the devastating 2018 to 2020 Ebola outbreak in the Democratic Republic of Congo. The abuse led to 29 pregnancies. Central Intelligence Agency evacuates intelligence officer from Serbia as Havana syndrome attacks on American spies and diplomats continue to grow. Controversial preacher arrested on Calgary tarmac for warrants after U.S. anti-vax speaking tour. U.S. needs to work with Europe to slow China's innovation rate, Commerce Secretary Raimondo says. Calls for UK to suspend trade deal with Faroe Islands after dolphin bloodbath. Mexico creates National Guard special team to recover stolen archaeological pieces. Amazon plans a pay cut of up to 23% for hourly workers who guide trucks in and out of its UK delivery stations. The next headlines are from Forbes. Rushing through legislation on the use of battery-powered scooters endangers disabled pedestrians. North Korea says it successfully test-fired a hypersonic missile as regional arms race escalates. Warby Parker has partnered with the Paris Review on glasses and more. 22-year-old dies from gas after drinking Coca-Cola too quickly. Tycoon Lucio Tan poised to inject fresh capital into cash-strapped Philippine Airlines. WWENX2 results, winners, news and notes on September 28, 2021. Former Bachelor star Jesse Palmer named new host of its upcoming 26th season. Here are the states where school mask mandate bans have been struck down in court, at least for now. Biden scraps Chicago trip as infrastructure talks near pivotal moment. Connecticut Sun earned the top seed in the WNBA playoffs by being consistent. The next headlines are from Nature.com. Publishers unite to tackle doctored images in research papers. From gold to Bitcoin and beyond. Concrete needs to lose its colossal carbon footprint. Global impacts of Nature as journalism and opinion. Solar-powered slugs have a bright reproductive future. From the archive. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,734,669,868 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time, and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Crunchyroll and Fuji TV strike in an A production deal. Bachelor in Paradise recap. Yvonne Hall breaks production protocol, called liar by cast. No Time to Die review. Daniel Craig's Bond gets the send-off he deserves in the series' best entry since Casino Royale. Ari Emanuel talks CAAICM deal, says Pact is validating my strategy in 2008. Bea Alonzo to star in Manny Pacquiao produced Angel Warrior, U.S., Philippines war film. No Time to Die. 7 biggest takeaways from Daniel Craig's final turn as James Bond. Britney vs. Spears producer, sunlight is the best disinfectant for exposing the pop star's conservatorship battle. Latin Grammy nominations led by Camilo, Juan Luis Guerra, C. Tangana and Bad Bunny. Warner Media CEO Jason Kilar is disappointed he will probably lose his job. James Bond's Ben Whishaw says franchise needs radical change to push it forward exclusive. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Boxing great Manny Pacquiao retires, sets his sights on Philippine presidency. Washington Spirit coach Richie Burke was fired after an investigation into abuse. U.S. says ivory-billed woodpecker and more than 20 other species have gone extinct. United Airlines says almost all its workers are vaccinated, some others may be fired. Mail delivery is about to get permanently slower and pricier for the holidays. Swimming with Hawaii spinner dolphins is popular, but now it's banned. Some original staffers say they're still happy to work at Disney World after 50 years. Couple celebrating their 50th anniversary died in an Amtrak train derailment. Trevor Bedford, 2 astounding awards for virologist who raised early COVID alarms. Simone Biles says she wasn't going to let Larry Nassar take her joy away. The following headlines are from The Week. Japan's ruling party selects Fumio Kishida as leader, presumptive prime minister. Trump reportedly had a colonoscopy to avoid being the butt of late-night jokes. Late-night hosts belatedly deliver. Dia tells TikTok, Snapchat, and Instagram to do more to stop online drug sales. North Korea says it tested a hypersonic missile. South Dakota AG actively reviewing governor's ethically dubious meeting with daughter, state officials. California high schoolers rescue 4,000 endangered salmon. Biden meets with Manchin, Sinema to discuss reconciliation bill. With attacks against workers on the rise, Missouri hospital to give staff panic buttons. United Airlines says almost all its workers are vaccinated. In new book, Trump's ex-press secretary hints at why he made secret hospital visit. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. A Texas Professor's Guide to Learning Black History. The next headlines are from Universe Today. NASA's Human Space Exploration Division is being split in two. How much carbon dioxide snow falls every winter on Mars? Vera Rubin Observatory should find 5 interstellar objects a year, many of which we could chase down with spacecraft. China's first space station crew is back from orbit. The early solar system was messier and more violent than previously believed. No news here, just a beautiful globular cluster captured by Hubble, that is all. This is the reactor that could make it possible to return from Mars. These are the news headlines for today, Wednesday, September 29th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Satellites versus stars, which will dominate the sky? Moon and Gemini before dawn September 29th and 30th. How many stars can you see? The next news is from Politico. How Xi Jinping lost Australia. Russian authorities open new criminal case against Alexei Navalny. France goes after Amazon's books business. U.S. says ivory-billed woodpecker, 22 other species extinct. McAuliffe, Young can unload in feisty final Virginia debate. Terry McAuliffe says $3.5 trillion reconciliation price tag is too high. Education Department negotiates Navyans exit from federal student loan program. Mention, Sinema leave to Ems and lurches Biden agenda teeters. Democrats back off debt fight to stop shutdown. Feinstein returning to D.C. after husband's hospitalization. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Australian News Live, NSW records 863 new local COVID-19 cases, 15 deaths. Victoria records 950 new cases, 7 deaths. Queensland records 1 new case. Sydney schools to reopen a week earlier, classes to start October 18th. Cahill supports more research on heading, backs Pastekiglau to overcome Celtic struggles. China buys stake in Evergrande-linked bank to stem contagion fears. Mental health skills shortages emerging in NSW. The TV show David Estelle Couldn't Escape is back, with some twists. MTC promises thrills, music and a poke at complacent progressives. You're Still the Prince of Redfern, Crow anoints Luke as grand final bell ringer. Australian journalist Jonathan Swan wins Emmy for viral Trump interview. Fearless Kagwai ready to take his medicine and the carries nobody else wants. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. China has made $385 billion worth of hidden loans abroad, report says. The Wall Street Journal, China Evergrande plans to raise $1.5 billion through bank stake sale. Anderson Cooper may not be leaving a fortune to his son, but financial pros say there are good reasons to help your kids. The Moneyist, my elderly stepfather and his pastor opened a bank account together, is this normal? Financial crime, FTC shuts prison magazine subscription company for taking inmates' money but not delivering. Navient says it will stop servicing government-owned student loans. Real estate investors are less optimistic about the U.S. housing market, here's why. Market Extra, how stock market investors can tap into alternative data without breaking the bank. Best new ideas in money, every whale is worth $2 million, why it's time to add the value of nature to GDP. The Wall Street Journal, United Airlines moving to fire nearly 600 workers who refuse to get vaccinated. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. A UK court has ruled that the IA has no rights and cannot hold patents, media on search. Marion Croak and Dr. Patricia Bath to become first black women inducted into the National Inventors Hall of Fame, WBTV. Fed, Circ, urged to tackle LS uncertainty on payment IP, Law 360. 3 patent eligibility reform ideas add clarity but bring risks, Law 360. Can AI be an inventor, Forbes? FDA seeks to deepen engagement with USPTO on pharmaceutical patents, intellectual property, United States, Mondac News alerts. Anjuan N., United States Patent and Trademark Office. Patents, Amendment, Rules, 2021 comes into force, intellectual property, India, Mondac News alerts. Federal Circuit denies Zilbra Incorporated's petition for writ of mandamus, intellectual property, United States, Mondac News alerts. Point Biopharma Global Incorporated, entry into a material definitive agreement, other events, financial statements and exhibits, Form 8K, marketscreener.com. The next headlines are from Quartz. The work of 2 MacArthur Fellows has been central to our understanding of COVID-19. Growth in the U.S. restaurant business is now fully dependent on weekends. TikTok takes aim at Facebook and Instagram with its new shopping features. Quit it. A big new study from Oxford University confirms the bad news about long COVID. The most popular Netflix movies and shows of all time. What options does Congress have left to avoid a 2021 U.S. government shutdown? Berliners just voted to seize housing from big corporate landlords. African nonprofits want to decolonize donor funding. The U.S. infrastructure bill doesn't go far enough to climate-proof the electric grid. The following headlines are from TechDirt. Genshin Impact developer goes with extremely fan-friendly fan art for commercial sale policy. Our crowdfund for our paper exploring NFTs will be ending soon. Yet another move to funnel money to big copyright companies, not struggling creators. TechDirt Podcast episode 299, The Misinformation About Disinformation. Should information flows be controlled by the internet plumbers? Area free market proponent sues Facebook for defaming him by moderating his personal marketplace of climate change ideas. Daily Deal, the complete NFT and cryptocurrency masterclass bundle. This Thursday, watch the TechDirt Podcast live, and become a Patreon backer to call in with questions. Rep Terry Nadler pushing new bill that will destroy online commerce, make sure only Amazon can afford the liability. Research shows Apple's new Do Not Track app button is privacy theater. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Jamie Collins. John Jones. Britney Spears. National Coffee Day 2021. No Time to Die. Sophie Stadium. Porto vs Liverpool. Sheriff FC. Marine Lieutenant Cole Stuart Scheller. Real Madrid vs Sheriff. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Japan's former FM Kishida set to become next prime minister after winning ruling party vote. Shows his humility, fans claim viral free kick image sums up Messi's attitude, but others blast disrespect towards PSG star. It could have a different shape potentially, Musk mocks Bezos' phallic rocket after dismissing rivals' complaint. Russia and China trade to reach record levels in 2021, Russian economy minister. YouTube could face total ban in Russia if tech giant doesn't unblock RT's German language channels, Moscow's media regulator warns. S&P upgrades Russia's economic growth outlook for 2021. ACLU chief forced to apologize for erasing women and female pronouns from Ruth Bader Ginsburg's abortions quote, blames digital team. Pfizer sends COVID vaccine data for kids aged 5-11 to FDA as Fauci hopes to start child vaccinations by end of October. I was very skeptical, NBA icon James backs COVID jabs, shuns parallels with speaking out on politics, racism and police brutality. She will help us, Russian starlet waiting on presidential decree and passport ahead of switch to Ukraine, biathlon bus reveals. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Macron urges Europe to stop being naive after inking face-saving defense deal with Greece. China is its own biggest enemy, French report gives panoramic view of Beijing's push for global influence. Russia scrambles Su-27 jet to escort U.S. spy plane away from Crimea border. The eclipse of Europe. Academia is establishing a permanent surveillance bureaucracy that will soon govern the rest of the country. U.S. debt rises irrespective of who's in the White House. Jim Bovard, he thought I was an undercover Fed. Afghan social media users frantically deleting accounts after Taliban revenge killings. Australia's astonishing tyranny keeps growing. US to exclude travelers vaccinated with Russia's Sputnik V despite distribution to 70 countries. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Nothing more humiliating, the Australians turning to begging. At least 24 killed in Ecuador prison gang riot, police. Shia Muslim pilgrims commemorate Arba'een in Karbala. Is press freedom dead in Afghanistan? Fumio Kishida to become Japan's next PM after LDP leadership vote. New Bond film gets premiere after 18-month delay. CNN stops publishing articles on its Australia Facebook page. United says nearly 600 staff face termination for vaccine refusal. Manny Pacquiao retires from boxing to chase Philippine presidency. Japan's ruling party chooses new leader to replace Suga. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Warren, we should be proud of President Biden for Afghanistan evacuation, we left no American-owned equipment behind. Watch, rocker Aaron Lewis leads concert crowd in FK Joe Biden chant. Warriors Andrew Wiggins tells media his vax status is none of your business. Last hurrah, Indians win final home game before name change. Donald Trump, only the Biden administration responsible for incompetent exit from Afghanistan. Joe Biden cancels trip to Chicago with agenda on the rocks in Congress. Woodward defends Milley, he thought Trump might cause a Pearl Harbor. Nolte, NY Governor Kathy Hochul is proof Democrats want unvaccinated Trump voters dead. A fantastic person, Trump endorses Kari Lake for Arizona governor. The Drill Down podcast with Peter Schweitzer marks a new chapter for Government Accountability Institute. The next headlines are from UPI News. Florida woman's pair of identical Mega Millions tickets win $2 million each. Watch, hiker encounters loose emu in Colorado nature area. Danish artist pockets museum's cash, declares it conceptual art. Florida gun collector solves mystery of Louisiana's long-lost moon rock. Watch, dog runs Dodger Stadium bases in 21.06 seconds for Guinness World Record. British man finds chameleon perched on his door. Watch, Arizona restaurant cooks 25-foot chimichanga for likely Guinness World Record. Watch, herd of escaped goats wander through Georgetown. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Rent Winnie the Pooh's treehouse in the original 100-acre wood at this barb. New treatment for eczema could emerge after possible cause was identified by surprised scientists. Incredible video shows a husband and wife's amazing encounter with a group of humpback whales. First artificial kidney that would free people from dialysis and transplants runs on blood pressure. Human footprints found in New Mexico are 23,000 years old, long before the Ice Age glaciers melted. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Wednesday, September 29th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. New York police seize illegal vans that were advertised on Airbnb as a cheap glamping experience for $100 a night. PwC diversity executives mocked Chinese accents, dressed as that from Wuhan during company trivia event. Turkish man presumed missing attends search efforts for himself. Eli Manning flips double bird on MNF, internet loves it. Inmate found with drugs. Humpty Dumpty dumping statue stolen during Madison Art Fair. A museum says they gave an artist $84,000 in cash to use in artwork. He delivered blank canvases and titled them "Take the Money and Run." The maze of tunnels under Las Vegas, and the people who live in them. Comical, topical, party bus saves day for school field trip. Woman carjacked by man using bow, arrow, police say. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Developers hate WordPress, and so should marketers. Amazon's new fitness offerings aim to rival Apple and Fitbit. Amazon Astro could be the first mainstream robot assistant. Researchers use AI to determine which animal diseases will infect humans next. AI study suggests a London gallery's been exhibiting a fake for years. Twitter's down for many users. Update, it's back. Big surprise, drivers love their EVs and prefer charging to fueling up. Train with UTalk to learn foreign languages, and hear every nuance with these Vero noise-canceling earbuds. Dropbox, drops new screen and video capture tool. Your code is sloppy, unless you're a computer scientist. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Researchers' novel mind-body program outperforms other forms of treatment for chronic back pain. Small but mighty, microgreens go from trendy vegetables to functional food. Plasmodium falciparum evolving to escape malaria. Rapid diagnostics in Africa. Past suffering can affect future praise. Reducing salt in bread without sacrificing taste. Researchers identify mutations of Delta plus variants. Counting cells may shed light on how cancer spreads. Liquid metal coating creates effective antiviral, antimicrobial fabric. Magnetic stimulation of the brain can improve episodic memory, study finds. Elephants strive to cooperate with allies, until the stakes get too high. The next headlines are from Information Week. Data engineers in high demand, winning high salaries. Has your business defined customer experience correctly? In-house gatekeepers help CEOs drive digital initiatives. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Wednesday, September 29th from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from NASA News. NASA's Lucy mission prepares for launch to Trojan asteroids. NASA transfers air traffic management tool updates to FAA. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Lightning, large hail and high winds possible in Emery County, Weather Service warns. Bayou is facing its first hostile crowd in its first true road game this season, at Utah State. How will the Cougars fare? Utah Jazz treating Las Vegas training camp as a chance to revisit their Orlando bubble bonding experience. Utah lawmaker invites GOP caucus to reception with COVID-19 vaccine skeptic. Investigators seek new leads in slaying of couple near Moab. Senator Lee blasts Biden vaccine mandate proposal on Senate floor. Big pressure on Biden, Dems to trim $3.5 trillion federal overhaul. Bagley cartoon, an embarrassment of riches. Bayou officially adds Notre Dame to 2022 football schedule. See just how overvalued homes in Salt Lake City, Ogden and Provo really are. The next headlines are from Slashdot, tech news for nerds. AI study suggests a London gallery's been exhibiting a fake for years. New Windows 11 install script bypasses TPM system requirements. Identical twins carry genetic modifications no one else has. April Fool's copy-paste button for lazy programmers now actually for sale. Leaked documents show how Amazon's Astro robot tracks everything you do. Facebook's effort to attract preteens goes beyond Instagram kids, documents show. Apple Watch can detect arrhythmias other than AFib, study shows. Microsoft knew of Exchange Auto Discover flaw 5 years ago. Paying for Taco Bell with Dogecoin may soon be a reality. NSA, CISA published guide for securing VPN servers. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Photos, Cardinals celebrate after clinching NL wildcard spot. Wellston residents want action to demolish vacant homes. Every step I take is painful. Cancer survivor walking cross country to raise money. Wild cards. St. Louis clinches playoff spot, extends record win streak. Problematic home in St. Charles County subdivision is now gone. St. Charles County schools discuss adopting new quarantine guidance. St. Louis County officer shoots at armed man while attempting arrest. COVID-related attacks prompt Missouri hospital to issue panic buttons to employees. Local healthcare workers protest COVID vaccine mandate. Sedalia, Mo man admits he tried to have victim of sex crime murdered. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Rancho Bernardo residents chart plan to keep predator from placement in neighborhood. Boxing great Manny Pacquiao announces retirement. San Diego Unified Board approves COVID-19 vaccine mandate for eligible students, staff. San Diego police shoot motorcyclist in pursuit after attempted traffic stop in City Heights. California lawmakers want outdoor dining to continue beyond pandemic. County reports 611 new COVID-19 infections, no new deaths. Biden administration proposes rule to reinstate DACA. Fentanyl leading deadly wake on U.S.-Mexico border communities. Trial ordered for man charged with murder in alleged mallet killing. United Airlines will start separating with employees who did not get vaccinated. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. Boeing nabs C-17 sustainment contract worth up to $3.4 billion. Greece signs move for 3 French FDI frigates. Germany awards contract to Boeing for 5 P-8A Poseidon aircraft. The next headlines are from SUP China, top news about China. Zhoushan, Britain's forgotten and first colony in China. How China's energy crisis happened, in 6 steps. Harbin officials face backlash for putting down COVID-positive cats. The 3 causes of China's power outages. Chinese steampunk, the art of reviving dead insects. China vows to reduce medically unnecessary abortions, allegedly for the benefit of women. China gives heroes welcome to Meng Wanzhou, freed in apparent prisoner swap with Canadian hostages. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Wednesday, September 29, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Legislation offers incentive to help people stay sober. Rags to riches, boxing great Pacquiao announces retirement. San Francisco indoor mask restrictions could be relaxed in near future. Salesforce launches grant program for small businesses in San Francisco. Second suspect arrested in fatal shooting of 27-year-old man in Santa Rosa. This is the most popular Halloween candy in the nation. The Ark home in Laguna Beach listed for $10 million. San Jose Sharks fans must show proof of vaccination. 24-year-old driver arrested for fatal DUI collision in San Mateo. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Japan prosecutors close case against American in Gonpei. Lava from La Palma eruption reaches the Atlantic. Brady chases all-time yards passing record in reunion game. It's happening, Bears sign deal to buy Arlington Park property, Chicago mayor says. Wainwright leads Cards to 17th straight win, wild card berth. Asian shares trek broad slide on Wall Street as inflation looms. Bloomingdale officials start to take revival of Stratford Square Mall into their own hands. Schaumburg police confirm disturbance after reports of stabbing. Teenager dies in Oak Brook car crash. St. Charles teacher no longer being paid after challenging vaccine testing requirements. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. Seattle City Council approves a pair of tenant protection measures. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Paraguay. Green alert for tropical cyclone Mindel 21. Population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Green alert for tropical cyclone Sam 21. Population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Drought is ongoing in Brazil. Drought is ongoing in Canada, United States. Drought is ongoing in Armenia, Azerbaijan, Iraq, Iran, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Angola, Democratic Republic of Congo. Drought is ongoing in Democratic Republic of Congo, Kenya, Somalia, Tanzania, Uganda. Drought is ongoing in United States. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Wednesday, September 29th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Tracking the Devil, the William Reese Confessions. Rags to Riche, boxing great Manny Pacquiao announces retirement. Innocent woman carjacked and then dragged to her death on Uvalde Road in East Houston. U.S. Marshal's Office search for escapee last seen in Southeast Houston. Son accused of murdering his 81-year-old mother in Fort Bend Company. Mother carjacked at Northeast Houston gas station with her 2 children in car. Another round of storms coming Wednesday morning. Haitian Houstonian who migrated to U.S. in 1970s helping migrants coming from Del Rio. Houston woman still seeks DECA approval, this is the only country I know of. Former Bachelor Jesse Palmer will step in as the reality show's new host. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Australia's Daintree rainforest returned to original owners. Whitmer to deem some COVID budget sections unconstitutional. Former PM questions whether Australia can maintain U.S. subs. Still waiting for your second Moderna vaccine shot? Palau may be the answer. Zimbabwe's vaccine mandates squeeze some of world's poorest. German kingmakers open talks toward forming new government. Asian shares tumble on jitters over inflation, bond yields. Teflon leader, party's big loss won't tarnish Merkel's image. Japan ex-diplomat Kishida wins party vote to become new PM. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Public advocate Juman Williams eyes run for governor. Extra, Pete Wells' review of 11 Madison Park's vegan menu is a masterful takedown. They kept him off the dark side. Rikers detainees say de Blasio intentionally ignored jail's worst sites. Andy Warhol gave Truman Capote the Studio 54 VIP painting. Coronavirus statistics, tracking the epidemic in New York. MTA squawlaw gets off paying fraction of his $100,000 in unpaid tolls and fines. Coronavirus stats, back to school edition, tracking outbreaks in NYC education. Governor's Island is now open 365 days a year, as it should be. Garbage truck drags outdoor dining shed with diners inside. NYC launches Elevate, a support group for nightlife workers. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. New approach needed to make digital data flow beneficial for all. Guinea, justice for 2009 massacre must be at heart of political transition. Dr. Congo, abuse allegations amid Ebola outbreak, a sickening betrayal of the people we serve. COVID-19 caused shocking inequalities, Human Rights Chief Bachelet. Human rights and immigrant advocates confront renewed attack on asylum. Now is the time to push for political resolution in Syria, UN envoy. Food waste, a global problem that undermines healthy diets. Guterres calls for accelerated action on jobs, poverty eradication. Extreme weather, the new normal if global warming increases at current speed. New global meningitis strategy aims to save 200,000 lives a year. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Gabby Petito was in 2013 irreplaceable music video for Sandy Hook. Peer-reviewed study, COVID shot more likely to kill children than virus. 2 Federal Reserve banksters retire amid questions about their stock trades. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Yes, all registered voters in California will receive ballots by mail going forward. Pfizer vaccine for kids may not be available until November. South Dakota AG reviewing mom's meeting with daughter. Yes, a taco truck opened for business on a freeway in California traffic. No, Walmart did not say customers in Canada would need vaccination proof. Housing market so hot, burned house going for almost $400K. TikTok video of dog rescued from train tracks was faked. Maryland newspaper gunman gets more than 5 life prison terms. Prince Andrew acknowledges he faces U.S. sex assault lawsuit. Did Simone Biles say she should have quit way before Tokyo? The next headlines are from factcheck.org. Generals contradict Biden on Afghanistan advice. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. In No Time to Die, Daniel Craig's James Bond goes out with a whimper. Jimmy Kimmel rips into Trump for calling press secretary about his small penis. Chris Hayes, anti-vax Fox host don't have courage to call out own employer. 10th school board meeting turns violent over new mask rules. Dismembered trio found in Texas dumpster were killed in Bible sacrifice, cops allege. Kate Middleton goes super glam at James Bond No Time to Die premiere. Could this AI tool help prevent the next pandemic nightmare? Aussie media's BS doesn't end with that notorious meeting. Mining firm responsible for 270 deaths disaster behind New Canada fiasco. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Manny Pacquiao's legendary career in photos. Plane carrying 100 Afghan evacuees being held by U.S. at Abu Dhabi airport, organizer says. Giancarlo Stanton is MLB's most valuable weapon right now. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. Astro for Kids Eye. How many stars are there in space? You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. NYC sets vaccine deadline for school staff. Air pollution linked to nearly 6 million premature births in 2019. Massive fireball traveling 32,000 miles per hour caught on video. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Feared new COVID-19 variant eradicated in U.S. latest data shows. Unvaccinated college student dies from COVID complications in North Carolina after mother's warnings. Used car dealership reports woman masturbating in Jeep, she leaves a mess. Fruity Pebbles release birthday cake candy bar for 50th anniversary celebration. Elderly couple celebrating 50th wedding anniversary among dead in Amtrak derailment. WHO worker sexually abused women and girls during Ebola crisis in Congo. Investigation finds. Unexplained Trump hospital trip in 2019 was a colonoscopy. Stephanie Grisham book. Indiana man with COVID-19 implores people to get vaccinated from hospital room. Taliban, women barred from working or studying at Kabul University temporarily. Booster shot side effects similar to second dose side effects, CDC says. The following headlines are from military.com. Joint Chiefs Chairman Milley says he wasn't trying to usurp Trump with China calls. China plans to unveil drones, moon rocket at air show. North Korea launches missile as diplomat decries U.S. policy. North Korea accuses U.S. of hostility, continues weapons tests. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. President Joe Biden cancels trip to Chicago as talked over his legislative agenda intensify in Washington. Obama Center groundbreaking, Chicago is where everything most precious to me began, former president says at Jackson Park ceremony. Northwestern student speaks out after alleged drugging at fraternity house, university police still investigating. Bennett Academy's decision to hire lacrosse coach in same-sex marriage might not be final word after chancellor says he is deeply troubled. Elderly Lake County man dies after bat bite, Illinois first human rabies case in more than half-century. Corrections and clarifications. Jury in trial of former Northwestern professor charged in boyfriend's murder views gruesome crime scene video as key witness looms. Northwestern professor fetish murder trial. After 2 shootings last weekend, there have been 181 shootings on area expressways this year. Watch live, Obama Presidential Center official groundbreaking in Chicago's Jackson Park. The following headlines are from phys.org. NASA's Lucy mission to probe Jupiter's mysterious Trojan asteroids. New lizard species discovered in Peru. Canary's volcano lava reaches sea, raising toxic gas fears. U.S. bans swimming with Hawaii's nocturnal spinner dolphins. Social inclusion of women by male colleagues in STEM fields can improve their workplace experience. Cruise ships must be effectively regulated to minimize serious environment and health impact. Bird's eye size offers clues to co-evolutionary arms race between brood parasites, hosts. Great apes' consonant and vowel-like sounds travel over distance without losing meaning. Zeroing in on the origins of Earth's single most important evolutionary innovation. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Wednesday, September 29th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. How long does CBD stay in your system? Sex is more complex than a simple binary suggests. Sneaky deep-sea camera captures footage of elusive giant squid. The meaning of colors. Why it feels like seagulls are everywhere but the sea. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Colorado Commission agrees on new congressional map. You've heard of Harry and Meghan, now meet Mako and Kay, who have Japan in a tizzy. North African migrants, adrift, tell of last-minute rescue. The following headlines are from mercurynews.com. Miss Manners, how long should I indulge people who mispronounce my name? Dear Abby, I was excited about him until I saw where he lives. Jack Zukowski is making his mark on the ever-changing social media landscape. Ask Amy, I heard a rumor about this teacher, should I tell someone? San Mateo, woman faces vehicular manslaughter, DUI charges. Giants match SF through record with 103rd win, magic number in NL West down to 4. With another loss to Mariners, Oakland A's do something they haven't in 10 years. San Pablo, CHP lifts I-80 SIG alert after body found. Sharks Ferraro on standing up for rookie Eklund, that's a standard that we need to have. Greg Piper is using his hands-on photography workshops to support wildlife conservation efforts. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Glenn Youngkin pledges to support Trump in 2024 if he's GOP nominee. Princess Blanding escorted from Virginia gubernatorial debate after disruption. Law and Order coming back to NBC for 21st season. Joe Biden postpones Chicago trip. Kari Lake endorsed by Trump for Arizona governor. Glenn Youngkin, Terry McAuliffe square off Trump attacks in final Virginia governor debate. Marine Corps marathon cancelled over COVID-19 worries for second straight year. John Henry Ramirez, Texas death row inmate, seeks chaplain at execution, allies flock. Senior Army flight surgeon warns pilots could die in mid-flight from vaccine side effects. House progressives poised to sink Biden's infrastructure bill with help of Republicans. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Bernie Sanders to House progressives, hold strong or the Senate will tank Biden's agenda. Senate Intelligence Committee endorsed Central Intelligence Agency term central to Julian Assange kidnapping plot. Network of right-wing healthcare providers is making millions off hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin, hacked data reveals. Judge tried to send immunocompromised homeless man accused of stealing blankets to Rikers. Israeli diplomat pressured on to remove teacher who criticized Israel. Precarity, a short film on women working in the pandemic. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Wednesday, September 29, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Things to do at museums and galleries in Chicago. Horoscope for Wednesday, September 29, 2021. United firing nearly 600 employees over vaccines. Bears sign purchase agreement for Arlington Park Racecourse land for stadium. Man fatally shot in Chicago lawn. 13-year-old last seen in Lawndale. White Sox belt 4 homers, 2 by Luis Robert, in 7-1 victory over Reds. Activists fearing ripple effect of Obama Presidential Center call for affordable housing protections in South Shore. Courtney Vandersloot makes WNBA playoff history in Sky's 101-95 double overtime win over Sun. Obama UHS break ground on Presidential Center, calling it way to give back to Chicago and to the South Side. The next headlines are from the Times of India. Corona letter, when COVID's losses dengue's gain. INPIX, Paris Fashion Week Spring-Summer 2022. Ducks warn dengue's new D2 strain can lead to high-grade fever. Muslim man playing Ram in Ramleela gets death threats. Gavaskar sees Rohit as future India captain, Rahul VC. Pics of Matt and Jerry's most trusted disciple. Why Elon Musk wants to send a silver medal to Jeff Bezos. Why you may want to avoid a lost Apple AirTag. IPL 2021, in 9 points, all playoffs chances. Amazon new devices, specs and other details. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Wednesday, September 29, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Best of Houston 2021, Best Coffee. Best of Houston 2021, Best Tapas. The Very Young Rockets speak up at Media Day, 4 thoughts. Best of Houston 2021, Best Brewery. Preview, 72 miles to go, at Alley Theater. Hear Amanda Pascali's new single. Houston rookie QB Mills jumps into Rookie of the Year odds board. The next headlines are about world records making news. Brothers from Mumbai create toy car race track related world record. Watch, Hindustan Times. Dog breaks Guinness World Record for longest ears, Wyoming News Now TV. This bizarre charcuterie board world record was just broken, mashed. Yell man breaks world record on national television, Nisqually Valley News. Goofiest little weirdo now a Guinness World Record holder, CNN. Powerlifter Joe Sullivan, 100 kg, squats all-time raw world record 380 kilograms, 837.8 pounds, bar bend. Newly built Lego Formula One car sets new world record, Autoblog. Saucony's new Endorphin Pro Plus sets the pace for a world record and 7 personal records in Germany, Business Wire. Dog earns Guinness World Record for longest ears, New York Post. Quebec man sets 24-hour Guinness World Record pushing a wheelchair, Canadian Running Magazine. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Leaked docs reveal Amazon's Astro robot is an invasive spy and incredibly stupid. No Time to Die is the most emotional James Bond film ever. How Apple AirTags could get you hacked. Archer will get a lucky 13th season. Leaked Facebook docs depict kids as untapped wealth. Google says it's Bing's most popular search term. Watch a rare Warhammer model become the most expensive in the world. We finally know how much rideshares are costing the planet. Pharma companies are racing to develop a COVID-19 pill that works. Customs and Border Protection signs major contract with Amazon-owned encrypted chat app Wicker. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Potchefstroom in South Africa at 111.02 degrees Fahrenheit or 43.9 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was University Wi-Di in Dome Fuji at 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. Physicists may have cracked the case of Zen stones balanced on ice pedestals. Amazon's indoor camera drone is ready to fly around your house. Activision Blizzard settles discrimination lawsuit for a fraction of its yearly earnings. Forget the looks, love the tech, the $83,200 BMW iX electric SUV. Tesla on autopilot slammed into police cars despite flashing lights, lawsuit says. Android 12.1 leak shows off iPad-style dock, dual-pane system UI. Amazon Halo View tracks your health on an OLED screen. A new standalone Valve VR headset teased by Deep Steam VR file dive. Amazon's Astro robot is straight out of the Jetsons. NBC demanded at YouTube TV bundle Peacock or lose access to NBC channels. The following headlines are from Raw Story. I'm sick of his face, Stevie Van Zandt doesn't want to see Joe Manchin on TV ever again. Could $1 trillion coin stop the GOP from plunging America into recession? Debt limit hostage taking by McConnell backfired and is now helping Biden pass his agenda, analysis. Elizabeth Warren praises House Dems for holding strong on Biden's Build Back Better bills. It was all made up, McDowell reveals bombshell Rudy Giuliani testimony about origins of Trump's big election lie. Catholic anti-vax health worker bashes the Pope for promoting COVID-19 vaccine, and leaves CNN reporter stunned. Accused serial killer believed the Bible called on him to make human sacrifices, affidavit. When are they going to apologize? Conservative slams Republicans who accused Mark Milley of treason. MAGA rioting elementary school teacher pleads guilty after her husband lied to the FBI about her entering Capitol. Paul Krugman says centrist Democrats need to wake up and realize we're not in 1999 anymore. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. Barack Obama's library, the first digital-driven presidential archives in history, breaks ground today. General Milley defends China calls, says he was not qualified to determine Trump's mental health. The secret to successful rewilding isn't trees, it's people. The next items are today's top search results for Bigfoot. Bar camp fundraiser invokes the lore of Bigfoot, Colorado Springs Independent. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. From the archive, nature.com. Demi Lovato claims they had beautiful and incredible UFO encounter with floating blue orb, The Independent. The following items are today's top search results for the term neural plasticity. Neuroscientist Michelle Mond awarded MacArthur Genius Grant News Center Stanford Medical Center report. Mimetics and Neural Models of Conspiracy Theories, FIS.org. $300 K grant to explore Air Cradle TM, feasibility addition to BERT, iNews. Natural selection at the RAS-GEF1C, GGC, repeat in human and divergent genotypes in late-onset neurocognitive disorder scientific reports, nature.com. Researchers develop fast, low-energy artificial synapse for advanced AI systems, News Medical Net. The next items are the top results for news about longevity and immortality. Billionaires now seek to unravel the mystery of anti-aging. Jeff Bezos, in the forefront, funds anti-aging biotech startup Altos Labs, Inventiva. Gene comment, humans could live to 130 this century, scientists claim, The Times. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Wednesday, September 29, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. Boomerang-shaped UFO reported over Sydney, lights up social media video. Former Pentagon UFO official to reveal shocking never-before-shared details. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Wednesday, September 29, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. News i8 is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by News i8. All rights reserved.